Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. Hope you guys enjoyed your week so far. It's the weekend is upon us, and hope you guys are enjoying the morning so far. It's Friday morning for me. It's actually snowing currently at 0 degrees, 0 degrees. So I'm expecting the place to be white later on this afternoon. Um, in my last, let me see this really quickly. Hold on. In my last podcast, I covered a lot of topics, particularly goalkeepers and their form, their longevity, their durability. How long are they going to stay at the top of the mountain in terms of their peak and their prime? That video was kind of a lengthy video. I didn't expect it to have a lot of views, and I wasn't disappointed because it has two views. One, I actually watched all of it because I usually watch my videos before I upload them, or sometimes I upload them and I watch it on YouTube. I like myself like that. Um, so yeah, I'm not expecting. Well, I know in due time it will get a good decent amount of views, but my channel is a young one, and anybody who has like thousands of subscribers, thousands of ten thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers on YouTube will tell that it's a grinding process, meaning that you have to put in the energy, you have to put in the work to get any type of positive reinforcement or positive results in terms of liking your videos, disliking your videos, commenting on your videos, criticizing your videos. All of that is energy, and you want so it's a grind. So my last podcast was over 40 minutes, and I know, like, I know a lot of young guys. I know a lot of you young guys ain't go watch all of it, but when of the time, I appreciate if you watch because that was some top-notch game in terms of goalkeepers and their longevity. Um, what's next? Yeah, yesterday, Derby County hosts Manchester United uh in Derby, and the score was, wait, I think it's, wait, yeah, 3-0, 3-0 to Manchester United. 3-0 to Manchester United. I did say that Luke Shaw was going to start, but I said he was going to start in a back back three, and yeah, United played a back four, I believe, back four. And speaking of Luke Shaw got a scrappy goal, but it was a goal nonetheless. And yeah, a lot of United supporters are real happy for his performance yesterday. I didn't know for a chunky lad like Luke Shaw that he could run. I didn't. I knew he had some pace to him, but that fast, that takes some doing. Like this pot this account on Twitter was saying that if Luke Shaw got a nutritionist and work on his training and improve on his form, he would really get some good games, and I really agree with that wholeheartedly. So kudos to Luke Shaw for the performance yesterday at left back. Um yeah, I did say that I believe I said that Lindelof would start, and everybody did start. I made a thread on Twitter. I don't think it got any likes or comments, but I'm gonna say this anyway. I made a thread on Twitter saying why Lindelof isn't playing to his best ability, and I said that without getting lengthy because it was a lengthy thread. I said Lindelof, when playing with two centre backs of the same flavour, Lindelof is not going to show his best qualities. What I mean by that, Lindelof played, alright, like for example, well, it's really a reality, but Lindelof, up until this point, from the start of the season, played with Harry Maguire at centre back. And the similarities with Lindelof and Harry Maguire is that they can play the ball from out. They're calm, composed, so they have the similarities. They don't really complement each other. You know what I'm saying in terms of style of play. They're not rush. They're not a Mascherano type. They're not a Sergio Ramos type in terms of reckless challenges, nonsense defending. So what I'm saying without getting lengthy is that Lindelof needs an assertive, an assertive centre back that would complement him. Then he needs a chocolate type of player. Everybody, anyone that would complement his style of play. So, for example, Lindelof would play the ball from the back, and with the pace, the prowess, and power of Eric Bay at centre back, being not necessarily relentless in tackle, but he's smart, but he's aggressive in tackles, like a Vidic. Lindelof needs a player like that to complement his weaknesses. And you can see yesterday that Lindelof put on an I wouldn't say an excellent performance, but he did good. And with time, Lindelof will put on, we get put would yeah, he would improve his style of play and his performance. Into the midfield, Scott McTominay and Fred. Fred was solid. Scott McTominay, without getting lengthy, and the players' performances. Scott McTominay didn't have the best of games, did he? Um, in the first 5 minutes, he wasn't at it, but he led to a goal from Luke Shaw. It was a missed pass, and Luke Shaw scrapped the goal. Igalo, 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 Igalo. Yeah, Igalo scored 2 goals yesterday for Manchester United. Uh, yeah, Igalo is looking like a good sign for Manchester United. A lot of United fans are saying that, yeah, Igalo seems happy at Manchester United. Well, of course he should be happy at Manchester United because Manchester United is the best club in the world, so who wouldn't be? But taking it from the perspective of Igalo, from his background, I said this on Twitter, Igalo from his background, he was a genuine Manchester United supporter. Pay close attention to being genuine, a genuine supporter since a young age. Because there are a lot of footballers, especially when they transfer to a new club, they say, "Oh yeah, I really was dreaming to play for this club ever since a little boy." I mean, even Pep Guardiola said that. Even speaking of Man City, even Wilfred Boney said that. Wilfred Boney, when he signed for Manchester City, which was an unusual sign for Manchester City, he said that, yeah, make it look square. Um, he said that ever since he was a little boy, he wanted to play for Manchester City. But Manchester City was like in the second in League Two or League Three, but he wanted to play for Man City. Um, so yeah, man, there are a lot of players that are just being full of shit in terms of saying, "Yeah, man, I always want to play for this club when I was smaller," and it's just a bunch of bullshit. They just don't want the moment to be awkward. They don't want to say, "Oh no, I didn't." So like the interviewer asks him, "So you're a new signing for Manchester United? I bet you are happy, aren't you?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm very happy, but this wasn't my club that I supported ever since." They don't want that awkwardness to be in the interview. So they say, "Yeah, man, whenever I was small, I always wanted to play for Manchester United or for another club for that matter." And they say, "Oh, really? That's nice. I know that you wanted to play for Manchester United. I knew you always were a Manchester United supporter." See, they always have to play in this sort of narrative in terms of bullshit. But going back to Igalo is a genuine Manchester United supporter ever since he was small. And given that he scored 2 goals yesterday, that will really do him a lot of confidence. Igalo has 3 goals for Manchester United, ever joining since January. And yeah, he's taking his chances. Like, see, you have to understand about Igalo is that Igalo came from a poor background. And that's not no knock on him, you know. That's just facts. He came from a poor background. He's Nigerian, And I know a lot of. I was in a Nigerian, not necessarily Nigerian group, but an African Manchester United group until they removed me because of my comments. That's a difference for another day. But yeah, they removed me, but there are a lot of Nigerian fans in there, and I'm pretty sure that group, despite they removing me, are proud that they are making Nigerians proud that Ighalo from Nigeria is scoring for Manchester United. I mean, for example, let's say you wanted to play for Real Madrid, which seems like a lot of players' dream. I mean, Ronaldo, David De Gea wanted to play for that club, and they say, "Yeah, I have to take my chances, bro. I cannot waste my time. I've been supporting this club ever since I was a little boy. On my mother's boobs, I have to, grab that chance while it's for the neck. I can't let it just run past me because I don't know if I'm getting that chance again." So I guess I think that's the reason why Ronaldo left in 2009. Realistically, he should have left in 2006, if not 2008. But you um, so yeah, I'm proud for Igor because he's making his family proud and his friends in Nigeria proud. So kudos tonight to Igor. Rooney's return to Manchester United against Manchester United, that's true because he didn't play for United. Um, there are a lot of United supporters saying, and I got into some heated debates on Twitter. I'm always in some heated debates on Twitter. Give me a second. Saying that Rooney is a better striker than Sergio Aguero. Saying he's a better striker than Sergio Aguero and he's a better player than Sergio Aguero. And I'm going to get into that in the latter half of this video. Um, so yeah, Rooney played against Manchester United last night, and a lot of supporters saying that Rooney didn't perform. Like he came back to United, he came against United, but he didn't perform. And I'm like, bruh, I mean, Rooney doesn't have that type of quality in front of him. So how could you say that Rooney didn't perform? I would say Rooney, based on the players that is in front of him, he didn't do so bad. He didn't do so bad. Rooney played some diagonal balls to the right wing like he usually does at United, playing the balls to Antonio Valencia, whether it's Nani to the right wing or Patrice Ever when he's overlapping on the left wing. Yeah, that's Rooney, and he played a lot of good passes. And he actually almost scored from a free kick, but Romero was like, "Thou shalt not pass. You shall not pass. You will not score against me." And he returned against Man United, and he did. But yeah, Rooney played. Yeah, Rooney got an over excellent except not excellent exception. Duh. He got an excellent reception from the Manchester United supporters. Chanting his name, Rooney, Rooney, Rooney. Yeah, and Rooney showed appreciation for the Manchester United supporters yesterday, which was kind of warm-hearted for me. Um, yeah. Speaking of today, today's date is March 6th. Last year, this time, Manchester United was trailing in the first leg at Old Trafford against Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg of the round of 16 Champions League. Goals from Mbappe, yeah, Mbappe, and that was the first leg. And into the second leg, Manchester United was hosted by Paris Saint-Germain at their stadium, at PSG Stadium, I should say. And United needed a couple goals to go through because whenever you score an away goal at another stadium, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It kind of puts an inferiority complex in your mind, saying that, oh shit, they got an away goal and we have to score two goals now away from home or get a bunch of goals in the next round. Oh shit, oh shit. And to United's credit, United played against PSG. Lukaku, from a mistake from Buffon, scored a goal. It was somewhat scrappy, but a goal is a goal nonetheless, especially if it's an away goal. And Bernat scored a goal, I believe, that equalized it. And then Rashford and Lukaku scored again. So United on this day went through to the next round to be knocked out by Barcelona. But yeah, United's comeback against PSG is one for history because I mean United is known for comeback games, and United really show their mental strength. Goals from Rashford from the penalty spot that took a lot of balls, a lot of mental strength to um to overcome nervousness, anxiety in such an anxious situation, and Rashford put us through. Speaking of yesterday's game, see, I'm not the biggest fan of Jesse Lingard, but to my disappointment yesterday, a lot of Manchester United supporters at the game and after the game was giving Jesse Lingard slack. He was he was racially abused yesterday, and that was I listened to our excerpt. I don't know if that was a full video, but it was definitely a video from Flex United from United Stan. Um, he was basically saying that, bro, that's immature, man. You don't do that to your own players. And Flex actually told, shout out to Flex. Flex actually told Jesse Lingard, say, yo, you as a player, you go get backlash, you go get slating, criticism for your poor performance. And he will say, yeah, as a player, of course you have to embrace that. That's why mental strength is needed in football careers. So, I mean, come on, United supporters, you can do better than that. You don't need to racially abuse a player. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Racially abusing your own player that is not even that black. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, he looks like he's like caramel colored. Just Lingard, no homo, but he's like caramel colored. That you don't. Come on, bro. That's and even if he's black, you definitely don't do that. This is not Italy or some part of Spain where you can do that shit. Don't do that shit. That's unmanly. That's immature and it's petty. Just because Jesse Lingard has been performing for almost 2 years for Manchester United doesn't give you the ammunition or the go ahead to racially abuse him for or any player for that matter. And again, I don't dislike Lingard, but I don't really rate him as a player that much. But you don't do those things to your players. Um, and this is where I'm going to end the video. Manchester United is going to host Manchester City in the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Big match, big match. Um, this this is a big match because on the positive end, not positive end, I would say, but on the end of Manchester City, knowing full well that in the next 2 seasons they're not going to play Manchester. Well, they're going to play Manchester Derby, but they're not going to play Champions League football. They're not going to play Champions League football. City is going to put everything into the bag to at least get amount highest amount of points in second place with lesser losses, lesser draws, and they want to win everything. They want to pretty much go home on the top of the mountain, but they won't because Liverpool win the league. But the point is, they have they want to win as much games. They don't want to say, okay, well, Liverpool is going to win the league, so we need to be complacent and back down. No, that's not how the Premier League works. And especially for Pep Guardiola, the players think they have something to prove to Pep Guardiola because I believe Pep Guardiola, since he claimed that he's staying at not Manchester United, at Manchester City, he needs to know if the players want to really play for him. Like he needs to know if they're going to put in the performance required to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Like ever since Arteta left Man City, there are certain players that haven't been themselves really. Like for example, Sterling. Sterling hasn't been Sterling has been more like an English Iwobi ever since Michael Arteta left for Arsenal. He hasn't been the same winger. I'm saying that he's crap, but he might be. But mm-mm. So yeah, in this game for Manchester United, United need to get top four to get Champions League qualifications. One account on Twitter was saying that yeah, if we get top four, if we get the Euro League and the FA Cup, it will be a very good season. And yeah, I would somewhat agree with that, given our situation. Hashtag um yeah, top four FA Cup, which is not going to be easy because City went through, Tottenham got knocked out, but that's a different story. Um, so yeah, man. In the City preview, United have something to show that okay, Ole knows what he's actually doing at Manchester United. He's not just pulling strings out of people's ass. He's not just buying good players to paper cracks that he's a somewhat of a good manager. So my starting 11 would be David De Gea, of course. Ole is going to play a back four, I believe. Wan-Bissaka. Speaking of Lindelof, I don't think Lindelof is going to see the light of day in this game. Eric Bailly at centre back. Harry Maguire, of course, as left centre back and as captain. And Luke Shaw, given his recent form. In midfield, two double pivot, of course, Fred and Scott McTominay. As the number 10, it will be Bruno Fernandes. The front three is kind of tricky because I believe Mason Greenwood will start. Sorry. I believe Mason Greenwood will start. On the left wing, I, it's kind of a tough one because given Igalo's recent form, Igalo, Igalo, I think Igalo will start up top and Marcel on the left wing. That's my predicted 11. This year predict 11 in the comment section below. Who you think will start for Manchester United? Um, so yeah, so I believe James will come off the bench with Juan Mata and Andres Pereira. Personally, I don't want to see Pereira in the starting because you know, he's just not. Like someone was actually saying that Rooney would be a better midfielder than Jesse Lingard and Andres Pereira. And Rooney didn't play all that well yesterday. So that should say a lot about those two players. It really does. Um so back to the Rooney versus Aguero debate. Hold up 1 second.